Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. County Executive Leggett has introduced amendments to the proposed ambulance transport reimbursement, which would allow the county to be reimbursed by insurance companies for ambulance service. County residents would not pay a dime and would not receive a bill. Residents without insurance would also not have to pay. At a recent County Council public hearing on the issue, testimony was split on the proposed legislation.
At first, County Executive Leggett said that the voters had spoken and that he would respect that vote. But here we are again discussing the same bill that voters repealed.
The EMS Reimbursement Bill 1712E does not place a fee or tax on any county resident, and no county resident will ever get a bill. Bill 1712E does enable fire and rescue to collect millions of dollars from the insurance companies, Medicare, Medicaid, which will support the fire and rescue service.
There is a new option for those commuters who are tired of sitting in traffic day after day. Our Susan Kennedy has the details of the county's newest bike share program. Susan?
Lorna, thanks to a state grant, the Capital Bike Share program will be coming to the Down County, giving residents yet another transportation option. The state of Maryland has awarded the county $1 million towards a new bike share program. That grant, along with bonds and private funding, will help establish the program with 50 docking stations and 350 bikes.
Not only did the Department of Transportation, the executive himself, our partners at the state, they all get it. And that Montgomery County is part of a larger network of communities that share bike paths and trails, and it's how people are getting to work now.
We've worked real hard to see that our county moves forward in this manner, like the District of Columbia, like Arlington, like Alexandria, and we've been eager to see this embraced in our county and in our Department of Transportation. And I think it's going to be a big deal for us.
The Down County Bike Share program is an offshoot of the successful Capital Bike Share program in Washington, D.C. In its first 18 months, the program has logged more than 1.5 million bike trips. Bike sharing provides short-term bikes at self-service docking stations. Bikes are picked up at one location and returned to another. This new Down County system will provide low-cost transportation options in the most congested part of Montgomery County.
I think our goal in our county is increasingly to create a walkable, bikeable community, and this is going to be a big component of that.
Once you get bikes on the street, you got to have places for bikes to travel. And so the other piece of this is in the CIP, we're going to be funding the Met Branch Trail completion and some other trails. And so we're so thrilled that Montgomery County is on the map, and we hope it keeps growing.
Maintenance for the program will be offset by membership fees and private sponsorships. The total cost for the Down County Bike Share program is estimated to be just over $2 million. I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The energy tax provision is scheduled to sunset at the end of June. However, County Executive Ike Leggett has included an indefinite extension of the tax in this year's budget. Council members are looking at ways to reduce the burden of the energy tax. The average county homeowner pays $246 in annual energy taxes. Without the energy tax, the county will have to find $114 million to cut from the budget.
I think there is general interest in looking at ways to phase out the energy tax. I'm not really hearing anybody say that we're going to sunset it this year because it's been assumed $114 million in the budget. So right now it's more about what can we do to have some hard targets going forward that can begin then to phase it out.
Well, it's $114 million this year in the budget. And my concern all along has been it's too big a chunk of money to absorb at any one time. So I've been talking with my colleagues about some sort of phased approach that would allow us to take little bites out of this that are still meaningful, but ultimately we can get to where we need to be.
It is estimated that 13% of the county's population are seniors, and based on recommendations from the Commission on Aging, Executive Leggett unveiled a senior agenda which focuses on issues that impact that population, such as transportation, housing, and health care, and which are addressed on his FY13 budget.
Baby boom generation is now in need of senior services, senior transportation, shore services, senior outreach, senior centers, and of course, senior housing. And so the County Council is in full support of the initiatives in each of these areas that the County Executive has laid out. We acknowledge that this is where we are heading, and we've got to plan for the future, the long-range future. Life expectancy is growing. The good news is people are staying healthier longer. The bad news is their retirement savings are not keeping up, and public policy has not adequately planned to deal with this bulge in the population. And so here in Montgomery County, as we often are, we're trying to be in the forefront, and our county executive is taking the leadership in making sure that his budget reflects our values.
The Department of Correction and Rehabilitation celebrated its employees awards ceremony. The event provided the department with the opportunity to recognize excellence among its staff. The department received a proclamation from Executive Leggett and the County Council, acknowledging them as responsible for county safety and for processing about 16,000 cases annually.
We have an awful lot of unsung heroes in the correction department. Oftentimes, people do not recognize the important public safety work that you do each and every day, and unless something goes wrong. There are people who work each and every day that we don't hear about in dangerous jobs, dealing with people who have serious criminal offenses or soon-to-be offenses, drug-related, mental illnesses, and a myriad of other problems associated with that.
When we come back, May is Building Safety Month. We'll tell you how to secure your backyard deck. And the Executive's Town Hall meeting was a face-to-face opportunity for county residents. We'll tell you how it went.
This Memorial Day weekend in Rockville Town Center, it's Hometown Holidays. Enjoy free live music on 7 stages with 40 bands and entertainment. Check out the Taste of Rockville Marketplace Craft Festival, and this year, rising country star Easton Corbin performs Sunday night with opener Sons of Bill. And Saturday night, catch Springsteen cover band Bruce in the USA. The weekend wraps up with the city's annual Memorial Day ceremony and parade on Monday, May 28th. Rockville's Hometown Holidays. Family fun this Memorial Day weekend.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. May is Building Safety Month, and that means it's time to make sure those building structures that surround us are safe to use, especially our decks. Iris Argueta has more on this story.
They call him the unknown guardian of Montgomery County. He doesn't wear a recognizable uniform, but he's always available to protect lives.
Hello, I'm Steve Thomas with Montgomery County.
Hi, I'm Erwin Nadler.
Erwin, nice to meet you. I'm here to do your deck inspection for you today. There's my business card. We take pride in our work because we defend the people that are occupying the house, basically. That's why we're taking the time to look at these decks, because they are an easy thing to forget about in maintenance of your home, and they're very critical as far as being safe.
Montgomery County Building Inspector Steve Thomas and his team will be doing free deck inspections during the month of May.
Come on up, gang.
It's all part of National Building Safety Month in the county, and is also an ideal time for the council to pay tribute to the unknown guardians of the Department of Permitting Services.
We encourage all our residents to join us in honoring our local code officials and the important role they play in public safety.
Research shows that there are serious deck accidents every week around the nation. Inspectors say that the primary cause of deck collapses is the connection between the deck ledger and the house.
Most of the decks that we've had collapse in the county have been without permit. They don't use the right bolts, they don't attach it to the right materials, they nail it, and it's just a matter of like a ticking time bomb, that one right incident when people get on it after a period of time, and then it collapses. You want to check those again with your...
That's why Building Inspector Steve Thomas is always ready to do a thorough inspection.
Your deck board here doesn't show any signs of water coming through, leaching through. And we have a couple protruding screws here. We're going to check your rail for sturdiness, and it seems very sturdy.
County building inspectors will also leave a deck safety checklist for homeowners to ensure they look for the warning signs year-round.
It's going to be nice to know that I'm safe when I'm sitting on the deck and it's not going to fall, not going to collapse.
All thanks to Montgomery County's unknown guardians like Steve Thomas. For County Report this week, Iris Argueta.
The Department of Permitting Services will be offering free deck inspections during the month of May. To request an inspection, call 240-777-0311. And now we go for a police update with Captain Tom Didone, who's going to talk to us about a current Click It or Ticket campaign. Captain?
Hi, May is Click It and Ticket Month. Officers will be countywide issuing tickets for people that aren't wearing their seatbelts. From May 7th to June 3rd, you can get a $25 ticket if you're not wearing your seatbelt. Under Maryland law, all drivers and front seat passengers and those passengers under 16-year-old must wear a seatbelt. Also, all children under 8 years old must be in approved safety seats. So please click it or you'll get a ticket. Thanks.
Captain, are you going to be patrolling all over the county or specific regions?
You will see officers countywide outside shopping centers, schools, businesses, looking for those people that forgot to buckle up.
Thank you, Captain Didone, for that update. The county executive hosted a town hall meeting at the Friendship Heights Village Center in Chevy Chase. Dozens of county residents attended, and they had the opportunity to voice their ideas and concerns directly to the county executive. During the public forum, the executive discussed his proposed FY13 operational budget and answered questions from many participants. Town hall meetings like this one have attracted thousands of residents, and of course, we will keep you informed of upcoming town hall meetings in the near future. When we come back, we take you to the stars. And also, coming up, we will tell you where to meet about 100 authors. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Over 100 authors will be in Montgomery County this month for the 3rd annual Gaithersburg Book Festival. If you love reading or writing, this is an event you don't want to miss.
I'm in Old Town on the grounds of City Hall, the home of the Gaithersburg Book Festival. In fact, on May 19th, Gaithersburg will be considered the literary capital of the world. With over 100 featured authors, panel discussions, book signings, writing workshops, a children's village, and a coffee house with live entertainment, the Gaithersburg Book Festival puts Montgomery County on the map as a literary destination.
We have 110 authors, some really big names this year, including Jim Lehrer, John Feinstein, Buzz Bissinger, who's best known for Friday Night Lights, legendary children's author Andrew Clements, and Michael Buckley and Tom Engelberger. We have the Blog S, Jenny Lawson. We have 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander coming to town. It's just going to be an amazing event this year.
I love this festival. It's such a great event. It's so intimate too. I think that's the other thing when we talk about some of the other book festivals in the area. This is intimate. You really do get to be up close with the authors in a way sometimes that I think you don't in other bigger festivals.
I think it's just, nearly inspirational that not very large community is taking a risk with something as important as with books and doing such a great job. I mean, it's just a terrific thing. There's no way I couldn't support it. It's just a real pleasure to see. So I'm tickled to have the chance to be part of it.
Because the festival is a one-day event, there's a lot to see in a short time. The festival's layout includes 9 tents organized in genres: fiction, nonfiction, children, and mystery, with an author speaking in each tent at all times.
This third Gaithersburg Book Festival is so dense with great programming that I have to suggest people spend time on the website, gaithersburgbookfestival.org, and really plan out their day.
Even if you're not an avid reader, you're bound to discover something you like or didn't know at the festival. In addition to stars from the literary world, there'll be celebrity readers, including football player Jarvis Jenkins and singer Erin Willett, who was a contestant on NBC's The Voice.
She's actually going to do a set in our coffee house. It's going to be pretty awesome.
For more information, visit the Book Festival's website and Facebook page. In Gaithersburg, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
We've all heard or used the phrase reach for the sky, but at Wood Acres Elementary School in Bethesda, they take that phrase to heart. Recently, students and parents got together for a night that was, well, out of this world. MCPS has a report.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
The sky was the limit at Wood Acres Elementary School during the school's Space Night event on Friday, April 27th. Hundreds of families packed the halls and school grounds to take part in this unique event. More than 60 parent volunteers, along with staff, spent the last year planning and organizing for the event, which offered hands-on learning about rocketry, satellites, and the solar system, and featured a NASA astronaut.
Unique experiences like our planetarium or today's rocket launch and family fun nights like Space Night just give different kinds of opportunities that you don't normally ever see in a school. And it's really interesting and fun to bring an event like that to our building so that more families can participate.
I just think it's important for activities like this to be participated in. I'm glad to see a lot of parents here tonight too, because that's also important to have that family support as you learn new things.
Wood Acres Elementary School has an in-house planetarium, the only school in the county to have one. Planetarium activities for students are regularly scheduled, coordinated by parent volunteers.
Children I know come away with a very good sense of potential. Potential from rockets, potential from what's out there, and a desire to explore that, even if it's not necessarily in science.
I love to go in the dome and see all the stars.
Parents were thrilled that their children can learn about the science of space exploration.
In my country, not very much is taught about space and planets and everything. I find everything very interesting and very educational.
And the PTA was thrilled by the large attendance.
I think once you do one, parents will want to do more because the kids love it.
Montgomery College recently celebrated the achievements of its graduates and transferred students at the annual Montgomery College Alumni Awards and Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. MCTV's Michael Brown has the story.
Every year, the Montgomery College Alumni Association honors distinguished alumni with the Milton F. Clogg Outstanding Achievement Award at the college's Alumni Award ceremony. Hosted by WJLA's Tim Brandt, this year's ceremony was held at the Cultural Arts Center on the college's Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. This year's outstanding alumni awardees included Amy Riolo, an award-winning author, lecturer, and food historian.
And I'd really like to thank Montgomery College for the opportunity that I had to get such a great basis and foundation for my education and my career.
A former Mrs. Maryland International, Terry Ann Small, was also honored. After Montgomery College, Terry Ann went on to a successful career in IT and is also an author and personal development coach.
When my family and I emigrated from Trinidad and Tobago, I never dreamed that I would be standing receiving an award of this magnitude because I was frankly trying to figure out how I was going to pay for my education. Montgomery College is without question one of the building blocks into the person that I am today.
The Outstanding Alumni Award was also presented to Ben Vaughn, a local attorney, and Jessica Warnick, the former director of the Montgomery College Alumni Association, who recently retired after 39 years of service. The evening also saw the induction of 3 former student athletes into the Montgomery College Athletic Hall of Fame. This year's inductees included Lamar King, a former MC football great who played 5 seasons for the Seattle Seahawks, Gonzalo Akame, a soccer standout who has gone on to a career as an award-winning producer and cameraman, and Don Rosano, a former MC wrestler and instructional lab coordinator at the college.
And also at the college, students who excel in the fields of higher learning were recognized at a ceremony honoring their efforts.
Montgomery College is well known for its ambition and endless opportunities, but where would that reputation be without the students who strive to achieve academic success? The college recognizes and honors those dedicated students.
We acknowledge various groups of students. The first are students winning a discipline award in a particular subject area. The second is students who've achieved in the honors program. And lastly, it's our Phi Theta Kappa induction.
Students were awarded for outstanding achievements in a variety of disciplines, ranging from the sciences and business to humanities and international studies, demonstrating that hard work is appreciated in any field. Induction into the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society indicates a student's readiness and ability to exceed the required expectations.
Many of the merit scholarships for students are aimed at trying to recruit students who were engaged here at a community college who will go on and be similarly engaged at the college they go to.
I won an award for being a Jack Kent Cook Scholarship nominee, as well as an honors award for completing 12 credit hours and maintaining more than a 3.4, as well as being indicted into Phi Theta Kappa.
In the past, I've gotten honors awards or academic excellence, but nothing like this. And I've put a lot of time the last 2 years trying to fit everything in my schedule, and it was well worth it.
The ceremony is held every year and serves as a way for outstanding students to celebrate their accomplishments with family and friends.
I was glad to have my kids here today and my husband, because they're the ones that ultimately sacrifice their time with me. So it's important for them to see the end result.
And now we go to Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society in our Pet of the Week segment.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And this little darling here is Silk, and she's a very special kitty because she is a pure Siamese seal. She is a wonderful girl. She's about 11 months old, and she is as pretty and as affectionate as you could ever find in a cat. She has big blue eyes, and she is just looking to go home with someone because she does not like being in these cages. Very affectionate. She really has never met me before, and she's just loving getting petted and loving soaking up all this affection. And remember, we're always looking for foster homes. We have a lot of kittens right now, and we have a lot of cats and dogs, and none of them like staying in these cages, so the foster homes really help out. So if you're not looking to adopt right now, go to our website at mchumane.org and find out about fostering, because that way you can have a pet for a short term. The animal shelter helps take care of some of the major expenses, and you get the benefit of helping an animal and the benefit of having a nice animal in your house. So come down and meet Silk to adopt her or find out about fostering on our website. Give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit us on the web at mchumane.org.
When we come back, one special artist will have their work displayed in the nation's capital. And the Lieutenant Governor appears as a guest in the county's Spanish language radio show. We'll tell you what he's advocating for.
Congratulations to the class of 2012. Montgomery College will hold its annual commencement ceremony on Friday, May 18th. Tickets are required, but you can watch it live on Montgomery College television. Coverage begins at 9 a.m. The ceremony starts at 10. Governor O'Malley has appointed former Montgomery County Council member Michael Knapp to serve on the Montgomery College Board of Trustees. Mr. Knapp will serve through the end of the current fiscal year. Visit the graphic design and illustration exhibition this summer at the Communication Arts Technologies Gallery on the Rockville campus. The exhibit is on display through September 21st and features the work of Montgomery College students. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website at montgomerycollege.edu.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Every year, one local student artist is chosen from Maryland's 8th District for the work to be displayed in the Capitol. Rockville 11 covered Congressman Chris Van Hollen as he hosted the annual Congressional Student Art Competition at Viz Arts in downtown Rockville.
It's always very tough for the judges. I mean, every year they just have so many great works of art.
Especially when your artwork will be hanging in the Capitol, seen by the most powerful people in Washington.
Oh, I'm so excited because my artwork is right here, so I'm so excited. It's my first time.
It's all part of the annual Congressional Art Competition. Congressman Chris Van Hollen looks forward to seeing the 8th District's best work.
It's an opportunity to celebrate the student artists in our community. We have people from all sorts of schools throughout Montgomery County who are participating in tonight's art competition, but the real goal is to get more people involved and engaged in the arts.
Students from area schools were proud to show off their work at the Viz Arts juried show.
I really took a liking to photo painting. So what I did is I took the plain image, which was just a snapshot, and I photo painted over it with using a painter.
I would say that everyone can be an artist because everyone has a nature to create something in their mind that's called beauty.
I'm a strong believer that you can measure the vitality of a community by the extent to which it appreciates and celebrates the arts, so we want to be part of that.
The winning artwork will be displayed in the halls of Congress as well as Van Hollen's offices here in Maryland.
And this week, Maryland Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown was a guest in the county's Spanish language radio show Montgomery al Dia on Radio America. The Lieutenant Governor discussed how the O'Malley-Brown administration is gearing up an educational campaign in support of the DREAM Act. The DREAM Act, which gives in-state tuition to undocumented students, was signed last year by the governor, but it has been challenged and will be on the ballot in November for voter approval. We want to thank Ride On passengers for participating in the 25th annual Give and Ride food drive that took place for a week at the end of April. 8,800 pounds of food and other items were collected. Thanks to you, that was a nearly 50% increase from last year. Bus passengers who donated canned or non-perishable food got a free ride. All donations went to Manna Food Center that feeds approximately 3,000 families every month. Many thanks to the drivers and riders who participated in the campaign. The county's Customer Service Center, MC311, for non-emergency government information and services is now using a new text telephone phone number. A TTY is a special device that lets people who are deaf, hard of hearing, or speech impaired use the telephone to communicate by allowing them to type messages back and forth to one another instead of talking and listening. The new number to call for a TTY connection is 301-251-4850. Be ready to taste savory food samples at the 17th annual Taste of Wheaton. The festival will take place in downtown Wheaton on Sunday, May 20th. Restaurants will offer food samples at prices ranging from $1 to $5 per taste. There will be live entertainment with rock, soul, R&B, and Latin music. The place to meet is on Grandview Avenue in Reedy Drive. There will be free parking at the Wheaton Metro Garage. With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. Remember to like us on Facebook. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for watching.
Throughout the month of May, the Montgomery County Police Department is participating in the nationwide Click It or Ticket campaign. The Click It or Ticket campaign focuses on the enforcement of the seatbelt laws in the state of Maryland.
The reason I'm flagging you over, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
Also during the Click It and Ticket campaign this year, the Montgomery County Police are introducing a nighttime campaign. This has become a primary focus of the Click It and Ticket campaign because although Maryland's compliance rate during the daytime has reached 95%, studies have shown that nighttime seatbelt usage dropped drastically. This is unfortunate because during the nighttime is when drivers are more likely to be involved in collisions that cause serious injury or death.
It doesn't carry any points, but it's $25. I do need your signature at the very bottom. There's 2 copies of the citation. There's information on the back of each copy.
So Montgomery County Police would like to remind all citizens the importance of wearing their seatbelt and that they will be enforcing seatbelt laws 24 hours a day during this campaign.